A shocking and, frankly, unbelievable chain of events. Not one car was stolen, but four. This wasn't a desperate escape, it was a calculated display of power and control. The suspects continued their rampage, stealing car after car, while our city watched helplessly. Los But for the next 30 minutes, this wasn't a milk truck on the road, it was a violent chase. The tanker truck entered downtown Los Angeles, weaving through traffic near skyscrapers, then reversed onto Interstate 10. Voiceover, the chase entered downtown Los Angeles, and for a moment, things seemed to have calmed down. But shortly after 11:30 p.m., the suspects did the unthinkable, they reversed onto Interstate 10, speeding into oncoming traffic. The chaos was escalating. The two suspects then abandoned the tanker truck and jumped into a third stolen vehicle, a white pickup truck, and drove off again. Police confirmed they found a firearm in the first stolen truck. With a smaller, faster vehicle, the pursuit intensified. They even stopped in Boyle Heights to change drivers, a bold move amid a police chase. But their luck finally ran out. After jumping out of the white truck, the suspects stole a fourth car and, in a final act of daring, disappeared. Destructive chase left a trail of stolen vehicles and unanswered questions, with no arrests made at last check.
Streetlights blink like coded warnings, shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows, a desperate ride where danger grows. Is it the thrill of the fight I crave? This asphalt beast, my soul enslaved. The lines blur fast, the end unclear. Speeds the drug, I've lost the gear. But it's marching now. For a wild chase, on the glitter of asphalt. The city howls, it won't let go. Neon veins pulse under tire fault. This engine roars, it steals the show. Raw, but it's marching, igniting. Hearts are pounding, fears inviting. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast. Streetlights blink like coded warnings, shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows, a desperate ride where danger grows. Is it the thrill of the fight I crave? This asphalt beast, my soul enslaved. The lines blur fast, the end unclear. Speeds the drug, I've lost the gear. Raw, but it's marching, igniting. Hearts are pounding, fears inviting. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast. Raw, but it's marching, igniting. Hearts are pounding, fears inviting. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast.
Looks like there's an officer who's just allowing cars to go by, so I don't know what that driver, that CHP officer is doing on that on-ramp. You would think they would shut down the on-ramps and off-ramps to kind of clear the way for this pursuit, but that is not happening at first blush. And again, so here we see the split coming up of the 110 and the 101 freeway continuing south. We know this interchange right at downtown. You can take the 110 either direction towards back up towards the valley, or you can head south down into South Los Angeles and hit the 10 freeway, or you can continue on 101, the 5 merge, where it then will split several times here. Officers moving ahead. We see this sometimes. Bruce, maybe you can talk a little bit about this, about officers pulling ahead and trying to block off those lanes of ingress and egress to kind of clear the way for these officers and the danger of having this truck continue on this pursuit. Do we still have Bruce? Who's in a situation like this, and it looks like getting on the 10 eastbound, and I believe we do have Bruce Thomas back. Bruce, are you back with us?
I am back with you guys.
Okay, good to have you, and thank you for your expertise on this. So we were talking about the fact that there is likely a lot of fuel left on this truck, and these vehicles can go a long ways, talking 1,000 miles or more before they run out of fuel. It doesn't seem plausible, but is this the kind of thing where you just are forced to let this play out? I mean, is there a way to intervene in any circumstance in a situation like this, or are you just at the mercy of this driver to let this truck go as long as they want?
For right now, it's going to be the latter. They are at the mercy of the driver until he or she wants to pull over. However, I think they will try to deploy a spike.
There it comes emerging from that underpass. So now headed back, I believe this should be north, headed back towards downtown Los Angeles. We're working on what road this is, but now off of the freeways, on side streets, headed northbound towards downtown Los Angeles. And again, we talk about the dangers of what was potentially on board that. We had a viewer tell us that confirming this does look like a milk truck, so no danger of what the payload is. But now you have a large vehicle that has been carjacked, truck jacked, if you will, making its way towards a possibly pedestrian. Or tuck into an alley or a parking garage to get away. If anything, these guys might want to bail on foot and try and get away that way, and they would have much more of a chance on foot, say, than just kind of driving a big rig through downtown where they are not going to be lost.
Hey, Bruce, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
We know that there are patrol vehicles, law enforcement following behind. I want to ask, in this situation, why we haven't seen any patrol cars kind of get ahead of this truck yet? What are the dangers there?
Well, he's running through intersections, and that's a danger. But one of the things is when you put a patrol car in front, you don't want to do that because now you have a multi-thousand-pound vehicle, which could be used as a weapon against that patrol car. So it's not something that we teach or practice or even think about doing. Yeah. It's a valid question, but it's just not something we do.
We saw somebody running. I wasn't sure whether that was going to be an officer looking to deploy a spike strip or whether it was just someone in downtown watching this play out in front of them. But it's we likely will never know at this point, as they are now blocks away on 3rd Street and Broadway, heading back towards the 110 freeway, if my sense of direction serves me well, and I don't know if it is, but I believe this is Hill Street, I think, again, heading westbound, and you can see that night sun, the spotlight, searching for where this truck went as they continue their pursuit. The ground units are not going to lose this. It might be a little difficult for those 3 passing airships, 2 from the LA County Sheriff's Department, and they're going through the tunnel. They go through the tunnel, so they should emerge on the other side. As those who know downtown know, there is a tunnel through the hilly section of downtown. There is that tunnel where it looks like this truck may have gone on 3rd Street, and just waiting for them to emerge on the other side, or if they've already gone through, to kind of pick up their location again. But this is where it gets a little hairy for when this is just an air pursuit. When they go into observation mode, it's tough to keep up with these vehicles, and there we see the law enforcement. Again, like we said, this truck is not going to get away from the ground units, and it's not going to end with anyone on full display the difficulty in tracking any kind of pursuit through downtown from the air. Sophie, this is a busy part of town. I know it's Los Angeles, and at any point we could see traffic break out. Luckily tonight, both the 101, the 5, and the 110 look to be pretty clear. It's this pursuit going southbound. There is the tanker truck that was carjacked about 45 minutes ago. Almost, we're coming up on an hour from when this first began. I think it probably is about an hour right about now. So going beneath the 10 freeway, continuing to travel south on Figueroa, going slowly through this part of town, and I think this is what this guy has been doing for the last 10 minutes, is just randomly picking streets in downtown Los Angeles and just continuing this pursuit at slow speeds with those officers right behind it. As Bruce Thomas, our law enforcement expert, said,
the bridge looms ahead like a steel mirage. I'm a renegade star in a cosmic charge. Stu shouts, he's done it. I disappear under the bridge. I've shed my fear.
When you think about the 110 going directly north-south through downtown Los Angeles, they're perpendicular to that and heading east on, says 16th Street. So crossing over Maple now and continuing. We see those officers in pursuit. I wouldn't say hot pursuit because this is probably going just about 25, 30 miles an hour on this relatively small street. And there you see the 10 to the right, that elevated 10, so now paralleling the 10 freeway. This is about the point where this driver got off the freeway, got off the 10 and started driving through downtown, circling around for about 15, 20 minutes, and now it looks like going the wrong way. This will not be the first time this driver has done this. Now going the wrong way, entering the 10 freeway, going the wrong direction on this, what is an off-ramp. What are they going to do here? And you hope that once they reach the freeway itself that they are able to turn around, but they are not doing so. You see oncoming traffic coming very close here. Yeah. This is one of those situations you think about, what do? You see a big rig headed towards you on a freeway in the wrong direction late at night, and this truck continues on towards the main portion of the westbound 10 freeway, now going eastbound in the wrong direction into oncoming traffic.
This is where it really gets very dangerous. Again, you mentioned that, we can see a car kind of approaching, stopping. I mean, coming very close to that car on the right-hand side there. You can see officers in the other lanes. It appears as though maybe they're trying to get in front of this driver.
Racing to get around there and warn these drivers, but you can think about what these drivers are thinking, going on the 10 freeway and seeing an oncoming big rig headed in the wrong direction directly for you. Thankfully, they are staying off to the side, but that doesn't mean it's any less dangerous to cars who are driving at high speed. That car had to slam on its brakes and avoid a collision. We see other cars here. Boy, this is extremely scary here as we see more traffic picking up and traveling at decent speeds. Wow. Another car having to pull off to the side, another car, several cars just stopping in the middle of the roadway. Boy, this is tough to watch.
And you mentioned, hopefully that this truck would turn around earlier, but now I think that would probably cause more harm at this point because of how big this truck is.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that you're able to do that. Cars, okay. Looks like getting back off the freeway. Thankfully, that does not put all these cars out of imminent danger, as cars might be still traveling at a high rate of speed there. You see one able to pull over to the side as this truck continues to drive in the wrong direction. This is now an on-ramp going the wrong direction off the freeway, back onto Newton Street, onto side streets, thankfully avoiding collisions. That could have been a dangerous calamity, and now we're looking at the portion, I believe, under the 10 freeway. This might be around the portion where the fire broke out. I'm just going to look.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, this Jack in the Box is right across the street from where that devastating fire broke out under the freeway here, trying to make a turn. These A vehicle of this size cannot do this easily.
Wow.
Was there contact made? There could have been contact made. We'll see what this car does if they...
Someone just hopped out of the...
Yep.
They both hopped out.
Drivers getting out trying to carjack another vehicle and able to do so. It looks like doors are open on a white pickup truck. I did not see anyone emerge from that vehicle and now driving in this car. So a white pickup truck, again, this happened earlier in an earlier pursuit where it went into an underpass, one car entered, another car emerged. We don't know if these guys just carjacked another vehicle or whether they had one waiting for them, but now traveling in their third vehicle, and there go, passing law enforcement vehicles, unaware that they are now pursuing a different vehicle. This is the third vehicle we have seen since picking up this pursuit. Now it looks like getting back onto the freeway, and this should be back on the 10 freeway eastbound in a new vehicle, and we are waiting to see anyone in law enforcement pick this up, because as of right now, they have not done so. Oftentimes, I can tell you, they are watching this pursuit. Law enforcement is watching this pursuit at headquarters, and as long as we have it, they will eventually pick this up by watching our broadcast. Because on the ground, this is something that you can miss. We talked about a big rig unable to get away from those ground units. They are now in a vehicle that, should circumstances arise in the right fashion for this driver, they could get away. We will stay on them as long as we can until this is picked back up.
Because in that truck that they were driving earlier, so much easier to spot, so much easier to follow, and they were driving, I mean, much slower. It appears that they've really picked up the pace here on the freeway.
Okay, so vehicle number 3, this began about an hour ago in the Palmdale, Lancaster area in another pickup truck. At times going the wrong way on the 5 freeway, that vehicle ended its portion of the pursuit by going the wrong direction on an on-ramp to the 5 freeway. They tried to carjack one big rig that did not have a trailer. That driver was able to back up out of danger, but they continued on carjacking a tanker truck, which we believe now is a milk tanker, taking that from the northern portion of the valley up towards Newhall, taking that down the 5 freeway onto the 170, which becomes the 101 freeway through Hollywood, through downtown, onto the 110 south, and then circling around downtown LA for about 20 minutes before emerging, going the wrong direction onto the 10 freeway just south of downtown Los Angeles, going the wrong direction, getting out and either carjacking or having a vehicle waiting for them, now the third vehicle in this white pickup truck.
My tires scream loud, lights flash red, I'm lost in the crowd. I say zag, I'm lightning's twin. This wild game I gotta win. Suits on the airwaves, telling them my place. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, the seas, peace on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my lane. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Concrete jungle blurring my sight. Wind like knives cuts through the night. I see the bridge, my haven, my friend. Underneath this chase will end. Sue's voices laughing, I'm disappearing. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, the seas, peace on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my glee. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Blurring my sight, wind like knives cuts through the night. I see the bridge, my haven, my friend. Underneath this chase will end. Sue's voices laughing, I'm disappearing. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, the CHP's on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my glee. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Crazy speed, can't stop me. panicked, I scream loud. Lights flash red, I'm lost in the crowd. I think I zag on lightning swim. This wild game, I gotta win. On the airwaves, telling them I'll play. Crazy speed, don't never catch me. Oh no, no, the CHP's on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my blade. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Crazy speed, don't never catch me. Oh no, no, the CHP's on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my blade. Crazy speed, can't stop me.
Is per police who are trying to catch up to this driver. Third vehicle these guys have been driving during this pursuit. 2 pickup trucks and, of course, what we believe was a milk tanker taken for miles on area freeways and doing loops around the LA Live area of downtown Los Angeles. Our Air 7 lost visuals on that tanker truck as it did circles through downtown LA because it's hard for our vantage point from the air to be able to get around those high rises. Of course, the ground units, Boyle Heights, this is in Lincoln Heights right now, headed back towards Boyle Heights on Mission Road. This is basically back the way they came, circling back around. We'll see back on Cesar Chavez what they do here. But this is right by that park back under the 10 freeway. This is the 101, near the 101-10 interchange here, just off of here, stopping on that underpass. Just as we have seen happen, this is now the third time today we have seen a vehicle in a pursuit stop in an underpass, and now we have those pursuing ground units.
There they are, yep.
Finally catching up at what looks like just the right time, and now we don't know what's happening underneath that freeway, but we have seen twice now today vehicles being pursued, stopping in an underpass and changing vehicles. The first 2, we were able to pick it up pretty easily. This one, I'm not sure what's happening, but again, those ground units are right there, able to see what was going on. And there is that truck. Is it being driven or is it rolling?
It's hard to tell.
It could just be rolling on, or there could be people still inside. We saw earlier that first pursuit today, Sophie, they were in a pickup truck, which entered an underpass and just rolled out with the door open with nobody inside but kept going. I don't know if that's happened here, and we'll keep an eye out on either side of people on foot who are emerging here, but those officers continue to follow that truck, and it doesn't look like they have broken off, but they continue down the roadway. Have we entered a freeway? As far as we could tell, they were still back on the road on Cesar Chavez. Do we have word of? Yeah, I think they're back on the side street, back out by the underpass. We didn't see those law enforcement vehicles. Further down the road here, just a little further down this road is where we saw those lights going slowly as the truck emerged from this underpass. Let's see if we can pick up any of the flashing lights here from law enforcement. Can you see them up a little further down? There's one up. Yep, there's one up there, making a U-turn to continue on here. I don't know if that pickup truck continued to just roll with nobody in it, or whether they were inside just driving slowly, but obviously law enforcement here looks like they might be looking for someone. So we're getting word they may have taken another vehicle from somewhere in that underpass. Yep, you can see the spotlight from that vehicle that law enforcement cruiser right there, and another one now circling the block. So it appears that law enforcement might be looking for these drivers. They may have lost them. And you see, do we still have Bruce Thomas on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Bruce, thanks for sticking with us this long. Now, what are you seeing now? We see an officer, I think that's a CHP officer, getting out of their vehicle. Could they be lost at this point? Looks like it.
You know, it appears because there was a lag time between the on-scene of the patrol cars and the suspect vehicle that, like you said, he may have carjacked somebody else and the vehicle was just rolling. I don't see CHP doing a felony traffic stop, but it looks like they're trying to contain an area for looking for the suspect. But at this point, I think they may have lost him.
Looks that way. It really does look that way, as they are now 4 deep across the road there here on, I believe, is there still Cesar Chavez? Yeah, Cesar Chavez at Progress Place. It appears that they have lost these guys. This is what we were talking about. It's not something you can do in a big rig going slowly through downtown Los Angeles. It apparently is something you can do when you're driving in a smaller vehicle. Is that the pickup truck there? That's the truck. So it looks like they abandoned this truck, and it looks like it's resting up against some parked cars. So they likely bailed from this, allowed it to roll on. I think the officers might have continued pursuing this truck while the 2 guys had gotten out and either gotten to another vehicle. If that's the case, they're pretty much gone. If they did not see that exchange happen on that underpass and they took off 5 minutes ago, they're gone. If they're not able to see them now, they could still be in that vehicle. I don't know if they are. They seem to be lined up as if those 2 guys are still in this truck. We are waiting to see whether they approach that truck and are able to clear it, or whether they have bailed and that truck just rolled on its own and came to a stop against those parked cars, which is kind of what looks like it would have happened.
Well, it looks like they're moving forward towards the truck. Again, it's a little hard to see because of, you know, the lack of lights here, but they are approaching the truck. Yeah, you see some lights moving in now, yep. It's on the passenger side. Now, in between 2 parked cars. And we know there were at least 2 people inside of this truck. The initial driver hopped out, and the 2 people that we have been pursuing all night, they hopped in there.
And it looks like those officers are backing away. So it's either empty or something happened inside the truck, and there's no longer a danger within the cab because they're backing away from that now, checking the bed of that truck. Officers approaching on both sides, and you can see, was it a covered bed, or can you see right into the bed? Opening the rear door of that, is it a 4-door truck, or is that the driver's door? No, it's the rear door. So it looks like this vehicle is empty. It appears, and we can't see everything, all the officers here, but it looks like these guys may have gotten away. So what started more than an hour ago, several carjackings, carjacking of a big rig truck carrying a milk tanker. This truck right here may have been carjacked, or
City house, it won't let go. Neon veins pulse under tire and fault. This engine roars, it steals the show.
What makes a police chase even more exciting? Watch High Speed, where we combine the most intense police chases with the latest audio commentary technology for an unparalleled viewing experience. White down pointing backhand index, subscribe now and join the chase.
Street lights blink like coded warnings. Shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows.
For a real thrill, this is your High Speed star, and trust me, we bring you the most amazing police chases you've ever seen, right here in the Golden State. You'll witness rampant chaos on the roads, intense carjackings, and, trust me, some of these outlaws. They're brutal in every sense of the word, but some are as cunning as foxes. We analyze every chase meticulously so you can see how they operate. We provide a detailed report on every chase so you can discover the behavior of the thieves and outlaws. If you're a fan of non-stop action, pure adrenaline, and amazing road adventures, don't miss this. We are talking about California chases that will get you pumped up every time. Right pointing black triangle hash white down pointing backhand index, subscribe now and join the High Speed community. And hey, when you join the High Speed community, you'll not only get great content, but you'll also help us raise funds for those directly affected by these chases. Our goal is to give back and support our community. What are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button now, join us, and let's get this show started. You won't regret it. This is High Speed, where the action never stops.
Small beast, my soul enslaved. The lines blur fast, the end unclear. Speeds the drug, I've lost the gear. But it's sparks igniting, hearts are pounding, fears in